Narrator. Hello and a very warm welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. Do you ever feel like your money disappears without a clear understanding of where it went? Do you want to take proactive steps to manage your finances, reduce stress, and gain control over your spending? Well, today we're going to delve into the fundamental and absolutely essential topic of budgeting basics. A budget is more than just a financial spreadsheet. It's a powerful tool, a roadmap that guides your money, allowing you to allocate funds strategically, identify wasteful spending, and ultimately achieve your financial aspirations. It's the foundational step for everything from saving for a down payment to paying off debt or simply having peace of mind. Without a clear budget, our financial decisions can often be reactive and unguided. Today we'll listen to an insightful and practical conversation between two professionals, Alex and Zara, as they discuss their experiences with creating and maintaining a budget, and share strategies they've found effective. By listening to their discussion, you'll not only enhance your English comprehension but also gain valuable vocabulary for discussing personal finance and learn practical, actionable approaches for establishing sound budgeting habits. And remember to stay with us until the end of their conversation, where we'll have a practice session designed to help you actively engage with the language and concepts they explore. So, take a moment to consider your own financial habits, listen attentively, and let's explore the multifaceted world of budgeting basics together. Alex, hi Zara. It's good to connect with you. I was just helping a friend set up their first budget and it got me thinking about how crucial budgeting basics are, but also how intimidating they can seem at first. What are some of your initial thoughts or common challenges you've faced with getting started on a budget? Zara, hi Alex. It's great to chat with you too. You've hit on a really important point. For me, one of the biggest hurdles initially was just the perception that budgeting was too restrictive. I thought it meant I couldn't spend money on anything fun. Alex, absolutely. That feeling of being deprived can be a big psychological barrier. I've definitely experienced that. Another challenge I've faced is simply thinking it's too complicated to track every single transaction, especially with so many digital payments. Zara, yes, the belief that it's an overly complex process can certainly feel daunting at first. Sometimes, people also struggle with the idea that they don't earn enough to even need a budget, or that it's only for people who are already in financial trouble. Alex, exactly. And sometimes, even if you understand the benefits, just knowing where to start can be the biggest obstacle. What about the why behind budgeting? Was there a specific moment for you when you realized the profound importance of having a clear budget? Zara, several times. For me, it often became apparent when I felt a sense of financial anxiety, like when an unexpected bill arrived and I didn't know if I had enough. Or, conversely, when I saw my friends achieving financial goals, and I felt I was just constantly reacting to my money, not controlling it. Creates a lot of stress. Alex, definitely. The feeling of financial uncertainty can be quite unsettling. Another challenge I've personally grappled with is trying to budget perfectly from day one, and then getting discouraged when I couldn't stick to it. Zara, I can relate to that. The all-or-nothing approach can certainly lead to giving up quickly. So, how have you typically dealt with those initial hurdles when you start trying to create a budget? What are the very first steps you recommend? Alex, for me it's been crucial to start with knowing your income. That sounds obvious, but you need a clear picture of all the money coming in after taxes. Is it consistent each month or does it vary? That's the baseline. Zara, that's a great tip. You can't plan without knowing your starting point. I've found that the second crucial step is tracking your expenses. This means recording every single dollar you spend for at least a month without judgment. Just observe. Alex, that's a thorough approach. I've found that being brutally honest with yourself about where your money is going is the most insightful part. And differentiating between fixed and variable expenses is key. Fixed expenses are things like rent or loan payments. They're usually the same every month. Variable expenses are things like groceries, entertainment, or transport, which fluctuate. Zara, that's a proactive way to handle it. I found that tracking my spending for a few weeks, using an app or even just a notebook, reveals surprising patterns. Often it's those small daily purchases that add up without us realizing. Alex, and what about after you've tracked everything? What's the next step in organizing that information? Zara, For organizing, I move on to categorizing expenses. So, group all your coffee purchases under dining out, or all your train fares under transportation. This allows you to see where your money is actually going at a glance. Alex, those are excellent strategies. I've also found that once you have those categories, the next step is to set spending limits or allocations for each one. This is where the budget truly takes shape. You decide how much you want to spend on groceries, entertainment, etc. Zara, absolutely. It provides a clear framework for action. What about common budgeting rules? Do you use any specific percentages or guidelines? Alex, I find the 50/30/20 rule very helpful for people just starting out. It suggests allocating 50% of your income to needs, housing, utilities, essential groceries, 30% to wants, dining out, entertainment, hobbies, and 20% to savings and debt repayment. It's a great starting point, though it can be adjusted. Zara, definitely. It provides a clear, digestible structure. What about identifying areas for potential cuts? How do you approach that conversation with yourself? Alex, I look at the wants category first. Are there subscriptions I'm not using? Could I cook more at home instead of getting takeout? It's not about deprivation, but about finding areas where my spending doesn't align with my values or goals. Zara, that's a mindful approach. I've found that using budgeting tools, whether it's a simple spreadsheet, a dedicated app, or even the classic pen and paper, can make the process much easier. It's about finding what works for you. Alex, so, it seems like budgeting basics involve knowing your income, tracking, categorizing, and then allocating your expenses. Sir, exactly. And the way we master these steps can significantly impact our financial clarity, reduce stress, and provide a clear path to achieving our financial goals. Developing awareness, discipline, and consistency are key. Alex, I agree. And learning from each month's experience and adjusting your budget over time is also important. What works in one period might not work in another, especially as income or expenses change. Zara, that's a great point. It's an ongoing process of learning and refinement. Alex, well, Zara, this has been a really insightful conversation. It's good to know that many of these aspects are universal and that there are strategies we can use to improve. Zara, absolutely, Alex. Sharing these experiences can be really helpful. It reminds us that budgeting, while challenging, is a powerful tool for financial empowerment, and it's a skill that can be developed and refined with consistent practice and the right approach. Narrator. That was a truly insightful and relatable conversation between Alex and Zara, exploring the fundamental yet often intimidating world of budgeting basics. They shared practical strategies for overcoming initial hurdles, starting with knowing your income and tracking expenses, categorizing spending, setting limits, and utilizing helpful rules like the 50/30/20 method. They also highlighted the profound long-term benefits of financial clarity and stress reduction. Now, let's move on to our practice session to help you actively engage with the language and concepts they explored. Practice section. Part 1. Vocabulary of budgeting basics. Let's review some key vocabulary and phrases related to budgeting basics that Alex and Zara used. A budgeting basics. The fundamental principles and initial steps involved in creating and managing a financial budget. Oh, think about. Why are budgeting basics considered the foundation of financial health? Intimidating, frightening or daunting, especially when feeling less confident. Oh, why can starting a budget feel intimidating to some people? Irrestrictive, limiting or controlling someone's freedom or actions. Oh, why do some people perceive budgeting as too restrictive? Psychological barrier. A mental obstacle that prevents someone from doing something. Oh, how can the fear of deprivation be a psychological barrier to budgeting? Track transactions. To record or monitor every financial exchange. Oh, what are different ways you can track transactions? Or digital payments. Payments made electronically without physical cash. Oh, how have digital payments changed the way people track their spending? Or overly complex process. A procedure that is more complicated than necessary. Oh, why do some people think budgeting is an overly complex process? Financial trouble. Experiencing difficulties with managing money, often involving debt. Oh, why isn't budgeting only for people in financial trouble? Obstacle. A thing that blocks one's way or prevents progress. Oh, what can be the biggest obstacle when starting a budget? Financial anxiety. A state of worry or apprehension about money matters. Oh, how can a lack of budgeting contribute to financial anxiety? Financial uncertainty. A state of not knowing what to expect regarding one's money. Oh, what are the impacts of financial uncertainty? All or nothing approach. A way of dealing with something that involves either doing it completely or not at all. Oh, why can an all or nothing approach be counterproductive in budgeting? In knowing your income, having a clear understanding of all the money you receive. Oh, why is knowing your income the very first step in budgeting? A baseline, a starting point for comparisons. Oh, why is your income considered the baseline for your budget? Tracking expenses. Recording and monitoring all the money you spend. Oh, what are the benefits of tracking expenses diligently? A brutally honest. Being completely and unpleasantly truthful. Oh, why do you need to be brutally honest when tracking your spending? Fixed versus variable expenses. Costs that remain constant, like rent, versus costs that change month to month, like groceries. Oh, what is the difference between fixed and variable expenses? Fluctuate. To rise and fall irregularly in number or amount. Oh, what types of expenses tend to fluctuate the most? It reveals surprising patterns, shows unexpected trends or habits. Oh, what can tracking spending reveal in surprising patterns? Small, daily purchases. Minor, frequent buys like coffee or snacks. Oh, how can small daily purchases add up significantly? Categorizing expenses. Grouping similar spending items together, e.g., all food-related costs. Oh, why is categorizing expenses important for understanding your spending? At a glance, with a quick look. Oh, how does categorization help you see where your money goes at a glance? Set spending limits/allocations. To decide a maximum amount of money to be spent or assign specific amounts to different categories. Oh, when do you set spending limits or allocations in your budget? 50/30/20 rule. A popular budgeting guideline suggesting specific percentages for needs, wants, and savings/debt. Oh, how does the 50/30/20 rule simplify budgeting? A digestible structure. A framework that is easy to understand and manage. Oh, what makes a budgeting rule a digestible structure? Identifying areas for potential cuts. Finding places where you could reduce spending. Oh, why is identifying areas for potential cuts a key part of budgeting? Deprivation. The damaging lack of material benefits considered to be basic necessities. Oh, why should budgeting not feel like deprivation? Align with values/goals. To be consistent with your principles or objectives. Oh, how can you ensure your spending aligns with your values and goals? Dedicated app. A software application designed for a specific purpose. Oh, what are the benefits of using a dedicated app for budgeting? Financial clarity. A clear understanding of one's financial situation. Oh, what are the benefits of achieving financial clarity through budgeting? Financial empowerment. Gaining control over one's financial situation and decisions. Oh, how does budgeting lead to financial empowerment? A living document. A document that is continually edited and updated. Oh, why is a budget considered a living document? Refinement. The process of making something better or more polished. Oh, why is continuous refinement important for your budget? Part 2. Reflecting on your budgeting habits. Think about your own experiences with budgeting, past or present. Answer the following questions. Do you currently have a budget? If so, what method do you use, e.g., spreadsheet, app, pen and paper? If not, what are the main reasons you haven't started one? What is the biggest challenge you face when it comes to consistently tracking your expenses? Can you identify your top 3 fixed expenses and top 3 variable expenses? Based on your current spending, what is one category where you think you could potentially make a cut without feeling too deprived? Have you ever tried a specific budgeting rule like the 50/30/20 rule? What was your experience? How do you feel when you look at your bank balance at the end of the month? Do you have financial peace of mind or anxiety? What is one major lesson you've learned about personal finance from trying to budget? What is one new budgeting strategy or approach you would like to try after this discussion? What advice would you give to someone who believes they don't earn enough to bother with a budget? Part 3. Practicing phrases for discussing budgeting. Imagine you are talking to a friend or colleague in English about your efforts to start or improve your budget. Practice using the following phrases in your conversation. I'm really trying to get a handle on my finances by budgeting. The first step I took was to figure out my monthly income. Now I'm focusing on tracking every single expense. I'm trying to categorize my spending to see where the money goes. My biggest challenge is really with variable expenses like groceries and dining out. I'm thinking about trying the 50/30/20 rule. Do you have any tips for identifying areas to cut back? I'm hoping to achieve more financial clarity. It's a bit daunting, but I know budgeting basics are essential. Practice incorporating these phrases naturally into your explanation of the situation and your feelings about it. Part 4. Role-playing a scenario about budget adjustment. Imagine you and a friend or colleague are reviewing a monthly budget. One of you has overspent in a particular category, e.g., entertainment, clothing, and needs to adjust for the next month. Take turns suggesting practical solutions and discussing their pros and cons. Use phrases like, I really overshot my budget for entertainment this month. What if you allocated a smaller fixed amount for that category next month? Another option could be to explore free or low-cost alternatives for entertainment. I think the benefit of that would be that it helps you stick to a limit. However, a potential drawback might be that I'll miss out on social events. Have you considered shifting some money from a different underspent category? That's an interesting idea. How would that work in practice if most of my other categories are tight? I'm not sure if being too restrictive will make me stick to the budget in the long run. Perhaps we could find a way to track those specific variable expenses more closely? What do you think the next step should be for you to get back on track with your budget? Practice this dialogue, focusing on collaborative problem-solving and respectful communication. Narrator. The ability to effectively budget is not an innate talent, but a skill that can be meticulously developed and continuously refined. As Alex and Zara so thoughtfully illustrated, from the initial steps of understanding your income and expenses to strategically allocating funds and reviewing your progress, every aspect contributes to building a solid financial foundation. By embracing consistency, practicing self-awareness, and viewing your budget as a dynamic tool, you can transform your financial life from a source of stress into a powerful instrument for achieving your dreams. Thank you for joining the English Learning Podcast today. We hope this episode has provided you with valuable language and practical insights for mastering the art of budgeting basics. We'll be back soon with more engaging conversations to support your English learning journey. Until then, remember that knowing where your money goes is the first step to making it go where you want it to.